Hey family, you see this comment by this Latino gentleman saying that they come in for them and next to coming for the African Americans? See, that's the heart of what a lot of these Latinos feel. That shows right there that they don't even care about us. Because why would you want someone else to go through what you're going through? But here's the gag. They're not ever going to do this to us again. Regardless of their motive for bringing our ancestors here, we were brought here. They wanted us here, regardless if it was for a selfish, ungodly reason. And then we built this very nation that they have benefited from. And here's the real gag, sir. We built the nation that you and your people now benefit from. So what will not and ever happen is them deporting us. Because first, you got to know where you took us from and our ancestors from. Second of all, just like the natives, we have a right to be here. You understand? So my advice to you, focus on you and yours. Don't worry about the African American, the black community, because I'm telling you, at the end of the day, we will stick together. But again, we sitting this one out. This is your fight. Now stop minding black people's business.
Wait, what did they just say? Black Americans are immigrants too? Is that really what some folks believe? Hello everyone, welcome back to Trending Pulse Worldwide. And today we need to talk because right now in Los Angeles, iceraids and deportations are shaking the Latino community to its core. Detention centers are filling up, protests are breaking out, and understandably, emotions are running high. But in the middle of this crisis, a new message is emerging from some of the protesters, and it's leaving a lot of people confused and honestly offended because apparently some Latinos are calling on Black Americans to join their protest under the assumption that Black Americans are also immigrants and should be afraid of ICE too. So guys, let that sink in.
Honey, what are you talking about? Black Americans aren't immigrants. I keep seeing this all over TikTok where people are actually learning right now that African Americans are not immigrants. Our ancestors have been here for centuries. What are you guys learning? Who's teaching y'all? I am flabbergasted. My gasters are flabbered this week because people voted thinking the whole immigration situation was going to affect Black people first. Hello? Are y'all serious? I'm rarely stunned when it comes to things that Black people have to experience in this country, but this particular topic right here with y'all thinking that we are immigrants is something I just never had on my 2025 bingo card. Like, I'm stunned.
So wait, people really thought that African Americans were immigrants? Yeah, I know y'all lying. Don't immigrants go like on their own? If they go to a particular country on their own accord, because they may be trying to get away from whatever. We ain't come here because we wanted to be here. We still don't want to be here. Hell, we hoping that they maybe put us out and send us somewhere. Well, what do y'all mean y'all thought we were immigrants? Immigrants? Y'all know the story of how we got here? Do that make sense? Like, this world is so disillusioned about African Americans. We're descendants of Africa, but we've been here for hundreds of years.
And the response from Black Americans have been swift and crystal clear. We are not immigrants. We were born here. Our parents were born here. And our grandparents were born here. And they are saying this is not our fight. Not because we don't care, but because you got us all the way wrong. And some are even going further saying this confusion might explain a lot. Maybe that's why certain people voted for Trump. Maybe some genuinely thought ICE would come after Black people too, assuming we are undocumented. Let that irony sink in. Thinking ICE would take us when we are literally citizens.
What do you mean y'all thought we were immigrants? Y'all thought Black people, Black Americans, African Americans, Blacks, us, were immigrants. The hardest lessons, clearly, it's going to take me a long time to learn and figure out is that other people just don't know what I know. I assume that a lot of people know what I know. That's why y'all keep saying that, huh? That makes sense, I guess. That we're next. Y'all think, what? How do y'all not know how long we've been a part of this country? Black people fought in the Crispus Attucks.
I saw this guy video, and he said the Mexican community voted for Trump, even though they knew he was talking about deporting the immigrants. They knew that. They voted for him because they thought we was from Africa, and we would be the ones getting deported. No, no, no.
Somebody tell me that that this is wrong. That this is a wrong. So they on here talking about how Hispanic people thought that Black Americans were gonna get deported. That we're immigrants. I don't want to believe that. I want to believe that's just something somebody came up with. But it does make sense as to all that your next business.
I can't even have a conversation with anybody who's talking about we about to be deported. You know what I'm saying? Black people have been through everything imaginable in this country, and they can't do nothing more to us than they already done. Every year they give us something different. Support LGBTQ. Go vote. Go stop Asian hate. Now it's black and brown unity. You know what I'm saying? They always telling us to do something, but we don't never do nothing for ourselves. Where's our reparations? Where's a hate crime bill? And why celebrities ain't speaking on this? They helping the other side. Damn, like, come on, man.
And the funny part is, the very people who may have cheered for immigration crackdowns are being detained themselves, and suddenly they're looking around for allies. But many Black Americans are saying, you weren't standing with us during our struggles, why should we show up now? And guys, let's be real, you can't just ask people to march with you today when you had no problem watching them suffer yesterday. And this moment has become about more than just deportation, because it's exposing the deep misunderstandings between communities, and it's revealing how little some know about Black American history, and how fragile solidarity can be when it's based on assumptions instead of the truth. Because no, Black Americans are not immigrants. They are descendants of slaves, survivors of centuries of systemic oppression, and citizens of America, often treated as second class, but citizens nonetheless. And while they've fought for civil rights, voting rights, and humanity dignity, too often they've had to do it alone. So when people now say, where are the Black Americans in our protest? Well, maybe the real question is, where were you when they needed you? So guys, with that said, do you think Black Americans should stand with the Latino community in this fight? Drop your thoughts in the comments respectfully, and let me hear what you have to say about this conversation. And also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories just like this here on Trending Pulse Worldwide. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.